Yeah, kind of. Shalom. Shalom. Okay. All right. All honor, praise, and glory be to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Wahakadosh Shakad, Water Yahweh Bashem Shai, the Holy Spirit, which gives me utterance, has given me utterance once more to do another lesson. I hope it can be deemed another effort to exhort, aka strengthen, edify, and admonish, aka warn, the flock, the sheep, believers of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and all truth and sincerity. Uh, double honors to the elder apostles. Hopefully, like elder apostles, be saved out here. Chiefly starting with those at the Great Millstone Church. Um, double honors to all the hopefully look out elders out here. Peace and blessings to you, brothers, teaching this truth and all sincerity and faith and diligence to make your calling and election sure. And much peace and many blessings to you, you believers, you men, women, and children of the Israelite race out here. You know, those of you aiding in this ministry. Uh, you know, it's almost over. You know, this thing is almost over. That it is nigh. It's from Mark the 13th chapter. All right, I'm gonna read this Mark 13 and 29. So so ye in like manner when ye shall see these things come to pass, know that it is nigh, even at the door. And what's nigh, you know, not just because you got in one chapter, you know, salvation, really everything, the duality of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Our salvation ultimately, which is what we're looking for, is we almost up out of here. But ultimately too, the day of the Lord, that the day that is there is no light in. You know what I'm saying? For people who ain't enslaved to be saved, but nonetheless, so it's twofold day. But for us, is something to look up at. Um, and understand at the same time. Really, you're gonna have to go through and be uh, seed of that darkness that has to come to these non-believers and these heathens. All right, and in order for us to you know in order for the salvation to be left standing, what I'm saying, that has to go down first. You know that day of trouble has to go down first, man. You know, and we literally here. All right, as it tell us in Amos the 5th chapter, it say, "Woe unto that desire the day of the Lord." For that day is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion and then a bear met him, and then he fled from a bear and he went into the house and the serpent bit him. You know what I'm saying? Um, okay, let's see. Let's get that. This is really I want to get that one. Get Jeremiah, Jeremiah in the 12th chapter. So pretty much what the scripture really tell you, you know what I'm saying? You know what? Let me grab Zephaniah. Grab Zephaniah. And it's gonna be quick. There ain't too much need to be said. You know, said it's just further showing what's going on. All right. Okay, let's go to yeah, Zephaniah 1 and 14. It says, the great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasted greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord Yahweh, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath. It is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. You know, a day of the trumpet against, say a day of trumpet against, a day of trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers, right? So, you know, matter of fact, let me keep going on this. And I will bring distress upon men that they shall walk like blind men because they have sinned. See, it says, Lord, he's judgment. He brings forth his judgment, and it's never in iniquity. You know what I'm saying? Um, it is always, justified. You see, it says, and because they have a sin against the Lord. So that's why all of this is, written to play out like this. You know, a twofold ordeal from the Heavenly Father on high. You know what I'm saying? It says, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, right? There's dust everywhere, and their flesh as the dung, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord Yahweh Shah's wrath. But the whole land shall be devoured by the jealousy, by the fire of his jealousy. And it's not saying lands because it's one land the Lord got his eye on, and that land is America, which the high most of you Israelites are in, right? We scattered across the four corners of the globe, but we primarily, Lord put all his people majority in America, and there's tons of us, in other places across the globe, but, it only makes sense for him to bring majority of his people here, But anyway, it says, but the whole land, America, shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. And these those people that's caught up in this place. So my point being that we getting ready, we in that time now, man. You can see it with all these things coming to pass, uh, all these situations happening. Really things is further than the devil wants to believe, you know what I'm saying? But that's why we watch, because you don't want that data crap up on you at unawares, So let me see something real quick. Yeah, this is First Thessalonians 5, and 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, and as travail upon a woman with a child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief. So yeah, we know it's getting ready to happen. We know it's right here. This thing is about to go down. You know, it's all rigged and set up, and we know the Lord. He's about to bring forth that judgment, which we're going to have to go through in order to get to, the promised land, if you will, Slaki. All right, and ultimately showing you that's what's also in that day too. It's a glorious day for us. We about to get up out of here, man. This is second Ezra 7, and I'm gonna start at 2. And he said unto me, up, Ezra, and hear the words that I am come to tell thee. And I said, speak on, my God. Then said he unto me, the sea is set in a wide place. You see that it might be deep and great. But put the case, the entrance were narrow and like a river. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it, if he not went if he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad? He couldn't. You see? So we got a place that, is completely, being compared to abundance. All right. Us having abundance. That's for us, man. Us getting ready to pretty much abundance exists. And in order to get to that abundance, we got to go through this narrow, man. You know, and the narrow is what? The judgment of the Lord getting ready to come to where baby, really ain't nobody gonna escape. You know, it's the narrow is really walking the page, walking these pages. You know, period. And if you will, that kind of go into your house shot walking on water, man. Because he was tested pretty much because it says, this first one started off talking about the sea, and you got to go through the entrance, which is like a river. So you basically got to walk on water, man. You know what I'm saying? To get to the abundance, which is basically what he had to do, and that's very narrow. It's not reported that anybody. It's a slim chance, it's a scarce chance that anybody else would be able to walk on water to get, to the abundance, which is what he was doing. He was walking on, the narrow. He did what he had to do in order to make it, because he was trying to make it onto the ship. You see, so that's really what that's representing symbolically too. You know what I'm saying? But once he went through it, he was good. He was on the ship. And that ship represents what? That ship represented salvation, man. Because Yahweh Shai, he almost got left. You know what I'm saying? Because he was dealing with the people. You know what I'm saying? But it was time when it was time for him to go, he had to he had to send the people away, and then to where he could do what? He could go get on this ship, man. For his departure. So he represented the spirit. And that's the same thing we getting ready to go through. You know what I'm saying? Like, we here now amongst these people. And then eventually, once it's time to go, we got to get on that ship, man. And you got to do whatever you got to do to get on that ship, which is if you got walking on water, basically, going through the narrow to get to the abundance. You know what I'm saying? Where you can lay down, have a break from all of that. That's what that uh, Yahweh Shah getting on that ship represented. That's what that ship represented for Yahweh Shah. That's what those spaceships, if you will, represent for us that, what I'm saying, are looking to get on them, and are on them. You're on your way to, now you can rest, now you can eat, now you can have a break from all this crap, man. You're away from this crap now. The madness, But pretty much that's all I want to speak on. That's what's getting ready to happen. We here, man. It's not, and look, that's the spirit, because he was right there, and the ship was off at sea, but it was still not. You see what I'm saying? So we right here. And that ship once again represented that salvation, which he had to walk, through the narrow to get to, and that narrow being this trouble we're gonna have to go through, man. And the way we're gonna make it out. Trouble is the waters, and obviously the bridge, if you will be the pages. You know what I'm saying? Or stability over those waters, I should say, will be these pages, will be this doctrine, because Yahweh Shah didn't walk over a bridge. He walked that water. He literally walked on the water, and that was what? Wisdom. He that was really, him walking on his face. His face is the stability, aka the bridge, if you will, which, won't be a physical, won't be a spiritual. So yeah, we here, and that's all we got to do. It's easier said than done, but it's just beautiful to know because our salvation is near. It's that close. Once we get over that, it's that close, man. So yeah, I'm gonna give all our praise and glory. How about Shemiah Shah? Lord wants to edify to that.